Good morning, Year 8. I hope you're all well. The topic for this video is negative numbers. We're going to start off with adding and subtracting negative numbers. So as an example, look over here, 6 minus 9. How can I work that out? So let's use a number range, for example. I'm at 6 and I'm subtracting 9. So I'm going to go 9 steps to the left, okay? All right, when I subtract 9, I'm going to go 9 steps to the left and I'm going to get minus 3 as my answer. If I'd done 6 plus 9, then I'm going to go 9 steps to the right, and I would be getting 15. Okay, minus 11 plus 4. Again, let's start at minus 11. If I'm adding 4, okay, whenever I'm adding, I go to the right using my number range. So 4 steps to the right using my number range. So it'll be minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, and minus 7. So my answer would be minus 7. Minus 3 plus 8, then minus 4. So how can we do this using our number range? Well, we start off at minus 3. I add 8, so I go 8 steps to the right, okay? And I get 5. So you can count minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 8 steps to the right, and you get 5. And then after this, I have to subtract 4. So I'm going to go 4 steps to the left, and I get my answer to be 1. That's how I work it out, okay? So please, just quickly, if you could pause the video and put down these examples using the number range, for example, 1, 2, and 3. So please do that for me, please. Okay, so that's the answer 1. Okay, what I would like you to do now is to pause the video, copy down these questions in your books, and work it out using the number ranges, okay? Please pause the video, have a go, then press play when you're ready to carry on. Okay, just going through the answers now. So 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Minus 8 plus 6 is minus 2. Minus 3 plus 9 is 6. Minus 1. Subtract 3 is minus 4. Minus 14 plus 7 is minus 7. 5 minus 8 is minus 13. Minus 6 minus 12 is minus 18. Minus 21 plus 13 is minus 8. And minus 3 plus 4, well, minus 3 plus 4 is first of all 1, and then 1 minus 7 will be minus 6. 10 minus 16 is minus 6, and then subtract 8 from that will give you minus 14, okay? Write down the names of the two places that have the biggest difference in temperature. Okay, which ones have the biggest difference in temperature? It would be Edinburgh and Plymouth, okay? Because in between Edinburgh and Plymouth, what is the difference in temperature? Well, you're going to do minus 6 minus 15, okay? So it'd be about a difference of 14, right? Sorry, a difference of 8. So work out the difference in temperature between these two places. So what you're meant to do is you're going to do 5 minus minus 12, okay? When you got 5 minus minus 12, using your number range, that will give you 12, okay? So you're at minus 5, or you're at minus 7, and then you're going to subtract 5 from it, okay? Two pairs of places have a difference in 2 degrees. Write down the names of these places, okay? Which one's that? London and Plymouth, Belfast and Cardiff, okay? All right, a few more examples. If I have minus 14 plus minus 12, what would that be? Well, the plus and a minus, anytime you see a plus and a minus next to each other, it just becomes a minus. Please make a note of that. So minus 14 plus or minus 12, it's just basically minus 14 minus 12, which is, if we use our number range, remember we start at minus 14, and then we're gonna go, because we're taking away 12, we're gonna go 12 steps to the left, and I get minus 26. Okay, so you're gonna get a bigger negative number. All right, minus 23 minus minus 19. Okay, well, minus minus next to each other, it becomes a plus, and that becomes minus 23 plus 19. So we start at minus 23 and we're going to add 19. So using our number range, we're going to go 19 steps to the right, okay? And that becomes minus 4 as my answer. All right? What I'd like you to do now is to pause the video, copy down these questions in your book, and answer the following questions. Actually, make a note of this. at the bottom, adding a negative means taking away is a nice way to remember it, and subtracting a negative means add. Okay, all right. Another way to remember is same signs add, different signs subtract. Okay, so if they're the same signs, if it's a minus and a minus, you add, or if it's a plus and a plus, you also add. But if they're different signs, if it's a plus and a minus next to each other first, then you subtract. Or if it's a minus and a plus, you also subtract because they're different signs. Okay, so same signs add, different signs subtract. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is pause the video and have a go, then press play when you're ready to carry on. Okay, let's go through this. 8 plus or minus 2. Well, plus and a minus just becomes a minus. That will give you 6. These will be the answers to the rest of them. For question 10, you're doing -4 plus -5. Anytime you get a question like this, just rewrite the question and just change the signs, okay, to make it easier for yourself. So -4 plus -5, well, plus and a minus becomes a minus, okay, so I could have rewritten that as -4 minus 5 is -9, okay, and then minus and a minus becomes a plus, so it'd be -9 plus 7, and I'll give you -2. Okay, so again, just rewrite it, just change the signs. So 2 minus 9 becomes 2 plus 9, which is 11. And then 11, there's a plus minus 12, plus and a minus becomes a minus. So it would be 11 minus 12. 11 minus 12 will just be -1. Okay, find the missing numbers in these calculations. If you manage to do this, then well done. These are the answers. So it's 10, okay, 3, and -14. In a magic square, the numbers in any row, column, or diagonal add up to give the same answer. Okay, so these are the answers. All right. A few definitions you need to know. When you multiply or divide negative numbers now, okay, or numbers with the same signs, the answer becomes a positive. Okay, so please make a note of that. So 3 times 2, they're both positive. It gives you a positive answer of 6. So 3 times 2 is 6. But -4 times -5, -4 times -5, remember they're also the same signs, so it would give us a positive answer, okay, of 20. When you multiply or divide numbers with different signs, the answer becomes a negative. So -20 divided by 10 would be, well, 20 divided by 10 is 2, but -20 divided by 10 would be -2, okay, because the signs are different. Another one, 8 times -4. Well, 8 times 4 we know is 32, but 8 times -4 is going to be -32, because when you multiply or divide numbers with different signs, the answer is going to be negative. Okay, so please copy down these definitions. An easy way to remember it is positive times positive is a positive, and negative times negative is also a positive, but positive times negative is a negative, okay? But this is a good way to remember it, so please make a note of these examples in your books, please. All right, so a few examples again. -5 times 2, what would that be? They're different signs, so -5 times 2 will give us -10. Okay, so when it's different signs, it's a negative. What about here now? -15 divided by -3. Well, the signs are the same. Remember, so if it's the same signs, my answer would have to be a positive eventually, right? So -15 divided by -3. What's 15 divided by 3? It's just 3. Oh, so 15 divided by 3 is just 5. -15 divided by -3 is also just going to be 5 because the signs are the same. -12 times -8, the signs are the same, so that means my answer has to be positive. 12 times 8 is just going to be 96. Okay? 28 divided by -7, the signs here are different, which means my answer would have to be a negative number. So a way to work this out, just do 28 divided by 7 is 4, but because our signs are different, it would be -4. What I'd like you to do now is to, first of all, pause the video and copy down these examples in your books. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do is pause the video, copy down these questions in your books, and answer using the following the examples that we've given. Okay. All right, let's just quickly go through these examples. These are the answers. If you could just mark them for me, please. So these questions here, 9, 10, 11, 12, just do it step by step, okay? So for question 9, for instance, -2 times -3, they're different signs, so that would be 6. And then you do 6 times -4, that would be -24. So for question 9, 10, 11, and 12, multiply the first two numbers together first, then multiply it by the third number. Okay, and these are the answers to the rest of them. And these are the answers for the multiplication rate. Thank you so much for listening.